Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your WWE NXT Event Center report. And now here is the man to bring you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1595. We're 5 episodes away from 1,600 episodes. I'll reach that by the weekend. Now that everything's back to normal, so to speak, my video routines are back to normal somewhat. And I'm going to tell you, NXT... talk about what happened in NXT, the Event Center. This is the Great American Bash Night 2, and holy mackerel, the ending of NXT. If you haven't watched it yet, dude, don't come to this video to hear what I have to say. Watch what happened. I mean, I'm stunned. Just to say I'm stunned, a lot of things are happening. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger were doing a vlog on hosting night 1 of the Great American Bash, and so they decided to do a cookout barbecue for night 2. I think they were doing it inside, because I think it was raining, in Florida, so it was raining down there, so they did it inside, and they did it in the back, and during Lexus King decided to DJ because he broke Eddie Thorpe's hand, but he started playing rock music. People got annoyed by that. Eddie Thorpe got in front of Lexus King's face, and then Hank and Tank said, kick him out. He's gone. And then Mr. Stone and Stevie Turner started having a little bit of a contest about, who can win Ava's favor. And they decided we'll have a wing off. And so they were having their own chicken wing off. Whoops. It's a daisy. So Ethan Page is in the back making demands about what he wants, like water and stuff. Then Nathan Frazier interrupts him. And he goes, we'll just see who walks out with the gold at the end of the night. So first matchup was the North American title, women's North American title on the line. Kaylani joined defending it against Tatum Paxley. And Kaylani, it was a heck of a matchup, but Kaylani joined and retained the title. But Wendy Chu attacked Tatum Paxley after the matchup, and it seems like to me that Wendy Chu wants to be the next one in line to challenge Kaylani Jordan. We'll see that down the road. Meanwhile, Ren Sinclair confronts Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne. Says, where's Tavion? He's in Japan. And she's like, yeah, right, he's in Japan. So he goes, I'm facing Kendall Gray. If I win, can I join? And then freaking Charlie Dempsey said no. But then Tony D'Angelo and the D'Angelo family goes, you know what? I'll tell you what, if Ren Sinclair wins her match, I'll give you a Heritage Cup matchup. And then Charlie Dempsey says, sure. Why not? But then Ren Sinclair decided to raise the stake. Listen, if I win this matchup and get you that match, can I join the No Quarter Catch crew? He goes, fine. So there's that. Meanwhile, Obafemi walks by both of the two factions, and then Frazier was flipping out. Where's Axiom? Axiom finally arrived. Says, hey, I'm sorry, we're late. And we got to get going. We got to stay focused on this, and we can do it. So they got their matchup against MSK. Pete Dunne addresses Trick Williams. In fact, I forgot to tell you, Trick Williams against Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne won the matchup, by the way. That was the first matchup on the card. I'm sorry, first matchup of the night. Pete Dunne addresses Trick Williams, and Pete Dunne started brawling. And then the NXT title was on the line. Ethan Page versus Oro Mensah, and Page ended up retaining the title. Kelly Kincaid interviews MSK Rascals about their title match tonight, saying this is a huge opportunity. We've waited over 852 days. This is an opportunity for us to redeem ourselves, and we'll see what happens. And then at the barbecue, Jada Parker was talking to Brinley Lisa as they see Dion Lennox and, there's a Kayla, Layla Diggs and Tyra May Steele and Deion Lennox and Colton James play some cornhole. And who's that? Oh, that's Deion Lennox. You don't know, girl. And then Ashanti the Adonis interrupts them, trying to pick up chicks, and the Lola Vice and so Ruka chime in. So because Jada Parker, she says she wants a shot at the NXT Women's title. Lola Vice goes, no, I want that shot. And like I said, and I tweeted this out. Every time I see Lola Vice in that ring, the way she presents herself and all that, she reminds me of a legendary lady in that ring, and that'll be none other than Melina. The heart, the drive, the grit, the determination, the heart in that ring. And that is to me, Melina has that grit. So does Lola Vice. And as they were talking, that idiot guy from that the guy who tried to pick up girl calls them smoke shows once again, and then so Ruka, Lola Vice, and Jada Parker got together, put him through a table. And then Joe Hendry went one-on-one with Joe Coffey, the Battle of the Joes, and Joe Hendry won the matchup, and Sarah Schreiber interviews Hendry after the matchup. So you'll see more of me next Tuesday. So what is Joe Hendry up to? Well, we'll find out. Chase U discussed their next move, and Thea Hale and Duke Hudson were bummed out not getting their individual titles. And then Riley Osborne says, "You guys are going to do well. You guys are going to bounce back from this." And then Rich Holland says, "I got us a tag team title shot." And then Duke Hudson says, and Rich Holland says, "I should have been more specific. Me and Mr. Chase are going to go after those tag team titles." It seems like Duke Hudson, she feels like the odd man out. Maybe is Duke Hudson on the outs? We'll find out. A lot of people have been having their attitudes changed around the WWE, and then some people are feeling very uneasy being part of a group. And oh my goodness, I really don't know what the heck is going to happen. But one thing's for sure, though. However, it's going to get interesting. Going to get very interesting for the rest of the year. I think next year we're going to see some new changes in superstars. We haven't seen a whole lot of changes before. Speaking of which, I'll explain more. And the cookout, Sean Spears was talking to Brooks Jensen, tells him to drop the drink. Thought it was alcohol. Could be an iced tea. Could be lemonade. So, and then Mr. Stone and Stevie Turner were stuffed, and they were talking to some of the three of the ladies in a of the women's division, and so we'll make a match to see who would, And then the Good Brothers showing up, started criticizing the cookout, and Hank and Tank were not happy. They started brawling, so everything's over. Kendall Gray went one-on-one with Ren Sinclair. When Ren Sinclair, she wins the matchup. Charlie Dempsey gets a Heritage Cup Championship matchup, and Ren Sinclair is part of the No Quarter Catch crew. Ren Sinclair won the matchup, so she's given Charlie Dempsey a title shot, and she's part of No Quarter Catch crew. Superstar profile belongs to Javon Evans, and Javon Evans, only 21 years old, young kid's got a bright future ahead of him. Dude knows how to high fly, only be a matter of time. Obafemi was interviewing in the parking lot about who he's going to defend the North American title. So next week, going to defend the title against whoever was going to step up. And then D'Angelo family just walks by him and says, "Hey, I'm giving Charlie Dempsey a Heritage Cup Championship matchup." And I think if Charlie Dempsey beats Tony D'Angelo, I suggest that Tony D'Angelo grow eyes to the back of his head, because you got Obafemi, who you disrespected, and tonight, and that would be something that you don't want to deal with. Is disrespect the big man. Meanwhile, in the main event, the tag team titles are on the line. Nathan Frazier and Axiom defending the gold against the MSK team of Zachary Wentz, who was known as once known as Nash Carter in NXT, and Wes Lee. Trey Miguel was in their corner, and this was a heck of a matchup. High flying, high flyers in the air. high flying all out, call the air traffic control on this one, but in the end, Axiom and Nathan Frazier retained the title. And meanwhile, Axiom and Nathan Frazier extend their hands. They shake hands, they hug, all three members of the Rascals. So as Nathan Frazier and Axiom leave the ring, they let MSK, the Rascals, have their moment in spotlight. So, and they were helping up, they were hugging Wesley, and then all of a sudden, Wesley kind of looked at Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel, and then Wesley did the unthinkable. We did not see this coming. I did not expect this to happen. Wesley super kicked Trey Miguel. I was like, what is Wesley doing? And then all of a sudden, Zachary Wentz is like, that's your brother. What are you doing? And all of a sudden, Wesley looked at Zachary Wentz, kicked him in through the uprights. I'm going, why is he doing this? That's his longtime brother that he misses in the ring. And then all of a sudden, he grabs Zachary Wentz and you shouldn't have left me alone. And end up attacking both of them. I mean, kicked them and then everybody's booing him, calling him a-hole. I'm like, what is with Wesley? Why is he doing this? I did not, listen, I didn't see that coming. Wesley has snapped. I'm talking about this was a shocker. Something that we didn't see coming. And then these were best friends to Wesley. I don't know if it's going to start a TNA versus NXT war, but it seems like it's heading that route. If Wesley did that to Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel. I don't believe it. I mean, the NXT faithful fought for Zachary Wentz to come back and team up with Wesley, reunite MSK, and now Wesley does this? Wow. I understand Wesley's been frustrated, not winning championships and whatnot when it comes to title matches. But Wesley, I am shocked. I'm very disappointed in Wesley's behavior. Very, very sorry to say. And the kid's got a lot of potential, a lot of great stuff going for him, and now he does this to Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel. Oh boy, I can imagine what's going to happen Thursday. I'm sure they're going to have to address that situation. The Rascals have to. Maybe Wesley, being the time the WWE has changed him. Probably a lot of people was talking in his ear. Who's been talking in his ear? Has Sean Spears talked about it? I don't know. Sean Spears has that ability to manipulate people, Whether it be Karrion Kross. Who knows? Who knows? As Xavier Woods may heading out that route as far as the New Day is concerned. Who knows? Who knows? But let me tell you, Wesley, I was kind of shocked. Wesley, I cannot believe he did that. It was really sad. But there's some bright notes. As you know, NXT will be moving to CW Network in a couple of months. That means I do have the CW Network on my TV, I believe. So I'll be able to watch that. In the first 2 weeks of the TV broadcast, CM Punk, NXT is going to be going to Chicago and St. Louis the next week. CM Punk and Randy Orton may make an appearance. Are scheduled to make an appearance in those respective cities. Randy Orton and CM Punk and NXT. This is going to be very interesting. And hopefully by then, Wesley could establish himself as one of the biggest heels ever. And I'm telling you, I'm very, very shocked at Wesley. Very, very shocked. So, we shall see what happens next week. Very, very sad. Well, that's it. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1595 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Tomorrow we got the game where knowledge is king, lady luck is queen. The Joker's wild. I'm going to play a 20-round battle against the devil there, and we got AEW Dynamite tomorrow as well. So We'll see what happens there. I believe MJF's going one-on-one with Kyle Fletcher. So there's that. So, that's it. Episode 1595 is complete. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And tomorrow, we'll be halfway through the week. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.